An NHLer shows up at 19 years old, and for the next 13 years, he got the same coach. I can tell you one thing, there weren't a lot of things he didn't know about me.
There were certain guys that he'd massage all the time because that's what they needed. There were certain guys that he would boot in the rear end because they responded to that.
He just had a knack about saying the right thing at the right time or doing the right thing at the right time.
What puts a coach into the Hall of Fame is this intuitive understanding of human nature. And Al knew specifically after meeting you for 5 minutes what made you tick and what type of person you were.
Ted Nolan used to do his morning press conference outside the Islander dressing room where they have a mural to many of the great players and great coaches and great general managers that this team has had. Every day, Ted Nolan stared at the number next to Al Arbour that said 1,499 games coached, and he just knew it wasn't right and that he could do something about it.
I remember I got a call from the owner, Charles Wang. He says, "Do you realize how many games you coached the Islanders?" I says, "No, I don't have a clue." He says, 1,499. He says, "We got to coach one more game, so you 1,500 with the Islanders."
Al kind of thought it was a publicity stunt.
I called Ted Nolan. I said, "I got a call from the owner. He wants me to coach this one game." I says, "Look, I don't care if the game's in November or May. It's a big game. I don't want to cause any problems for you." He says, "Al, you're not causing any problem for me because I think I'm the one that thought about it." I said, "Well, if you want me to coach that game, I will, but I need a lot of help."
There's a saying in sports that no one's ever paid to see a coach or a manager. That changes, at least for one game tonight.
He said, "How am I going to coach them? I don't know their names that well. I don't know the line combinations." I said, "Just say line number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4.
That would just almost follow the plan here. And then we go Comrie, then Silly's up next, and then we go back to Joe, and then we'll pop the fourth line in there once in a while.
Pittsburgh had one of the better teams in the league that time.
Centering feed, Malkin saved DiPietro, but Malone buries the rebound.
They got ahead 2-0 and figured, oh my God, it's going to be 10-0 my first game back.
Who's got that first one here for us? Come on.
Al was real nervous at the beginning, but as the game progressed, and you could just tell he was getting involved with it, the players were involved with it.
Come on, come on. Right here, right here.
Crosby came back to pick it off. It carries back to Hunter. He scores! Josef Vasicek charges to the net, feed Shatan, he shoots, he scores! Yes! Tie game, 2-2.
Regular season nights don't come back to you too much, but that regular season night, anybody that was here that night, you know, will never forget that evening.
Karam held by Bergeron, save, rebound, score! Miro Shatan, and the Islanders lead it 3-2.
We had a comeback victory, and honestly, it was like we won the championship.
Al Arbour is going to be a winner again.
After it was all done, I just shook his hand. He looked at me, and I said, "Just like old times, Al."
Things haven't changed at all. You know, you've been waiting, eh?
It was symbolic. It was well-deserved. It was a salute to not only a great coach, but a great, great man.
We learned a lot of things from Al. Al was a father figure for us, probably more than even a coach.
They're chanting Arbour. If you get a good look at those eyes, they're going to be hard-pressed to stay dry.
Al was a softie. He cared about family, and he cared about you as a person, and he cared so much, and that would shine through.
You knew your father's name, you knew your wife's name, you knew how many kids you had.
Al was able to take each player that played for him and I believe bring the best out of them and the most out of them and prepare them for what was in front of them.
A lot of what he taught us was much more than just about winning a hockey game. It was about how to be successful.